can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, befuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
All right. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Steam show for Saturday, June 1st. I'm not late. I'm not screwing around. I'm here getting us the latest information. So thanks for hanging in the chat, man. Things are flying fast and furious here at 6 in the morning on the West Coast here in the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. I'm Ramon Scott. I'm going to have a great time with you here talking about sports betting, whatever you want to talk about. But I think we're here to talk about sports betting and anything else that relates to sports betting and what we can bet on today on Saturday. We're trying to come up with action. I mean, come on. We got, of course, hockey tonight, a big game, certainly with the Rangers and Florida. Also, Major League Baseball. There's a UFC card today. Champions League. It should be the lead, really. I just don't want to, think we're so soccer centric here, but it is the biggest game in the world going on here today in just a few hours. And I may have inadvertently said yesterday, I may have inadvertently said Leverkusen. I'm thinking of the great season they had, so apologize. Or maybe it was of Tony last night. Leverkusen had such an incredible season. I think I had just a slip of the tongue as usual, but certainly Real Madrid and Dortmund today. We'll get your picks. I see so many comments. I better get right to it with you guys and see what you got to talk about. How about college baseball? How about tennis? Anybody with me on my favorite sports today, or should we just ignore it? Steam rolling in. I just want to get to a few plays here real quick before I look at the chat. Just some steam coming in right now. They're really kind of what kept me from getting on the air here in a timely fashion. Just jotting them down, make sure we got it, and just a few moves that are happening. The board is lighting up currently in Major League Baseball, and the games, don't go off here till 4 Eastern and 1 Pacific. Well, there is Toronto and Pittsburgh in a 3 p.m. start today on the East Coast, but certainly games that were just moving right now. And here's another one. It is in that game between Pittsburgh and Toronto coming in right now as we speak, that first game. We almost could just kind of like yesterday with the college baseball, and it's going to go off again like that. Hope you enjoyed that. And if not, tell me and let me know before the show. Toronto and Pittsburgh here. Total was 8. We're definitely seeing this one move lower right now into the 7.5 range with Keller and Kikuchi. Hey, check out Tony's video series in this one right now, but I'll just tell you, this one is moving lower. If you were interested in the under in Pittsburgh and Toronto, this is your moment because it's getting hit pretty good, probably not coming back. Pittsburgh, Toronto under was some steam here just as I was coming, or right now, or anyway, just as I was coming on the show, there were other moves, all with totals, of course. Colorado and the Dodgers. This one now is already touching 7.5 over. There is still some 8 unders out there for the majority of books, but I think we're seeing this one get hit here with Quantrill and Yamamoto. We saw Colorado do an incredible job yesterday, obviously. We gave you that. We had Colorado here on the show. Another one that came in just as we were coming on the air here. Angels and Mariners under. More West Coast unders here. This one definitely is 7.5, heavily juiced to the under already with the Angels and the Mariners. So I've seen, cappers kind of going both ways on that, but the steam coming in on the under there, and one other one coming in right here at post time was with I'll find it here, was the Yankees and the Giants under. Maybe we even see a little bit of pushback here now in that game. It's 7.5, maybe juice to the over with the Yankees and the Giants. There weren't many 8 openers out there, but steam was coming in under in that one. All right, let me go say hello. Who's here? Curtis was here. Curtis, rightfully first in the door today, like old times. Jay Boone, hello and welcome. Nice to have you. Here's Chad with a victory lap again in the W yesterday, that 4-game card. Hey, Chad, I might need some help. I got a premium wrong. I only went 3-1 with my WNBA premiums, but we had other winners here, obviously, on the show yesterday with the Washington Mystics. I think that one was one we agreed on yesterday, and also Minnesota we had on the show. So I think we had 5 WNBA winners, and Chad's got his. Let me see if I can get a pick here. Oh, he's got his plays in here for Sunday's action. Thank you. Oh, and he took the Sky there -3. Okay. Thank you, Chad. Great job. All right. And obviously today we'll talk about the big game with the Queen is here, everybody. Hello. Oh, my goodness. All rise, all hail. It's Saturday. It's so good to have you here, Latifa. We know you're working so hard, so it's really an honor now to have you here today. When, I don't know, we're looking for some things to bet on maybe here today. Yeah, we got our baseball, we got our hockey game, the big game in the WNBA. I say big. I know we making fun a little bit of Indiana, but the rookies will be on display. Jeff, hello. Blake, hello. And Queen running the castle here to this morning. Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here today. Jeff says the line's moving on the basketball game. Is that right? Yeah, maybe a little shift here to Indiana. Look, I mean, this may be a popular spot to Indiana. I mean, we feel like we could preview the game right now because you guys are talking about it. All right. But I thought the soccer game was big. I was going to give out some tennis plays. I've been rolling in the French Open big time over the last 2 days. Now that the matches are whittling down a little bit and the rain's not all getting in the way. Justin, hello. Thomas, thank you for everything, as always. We're going to go with the Moneyline dice here this week. I'm going to get it tonight, I promise. Nicholas is here today. Thank you, Miles. He's got plays there in baseball. Thank you. Oh, Chad said, okay. See, I was starting to think, Chad, that I was heavy. I'm one of those Sky let's rate them high, and I thought everyone was kind of jumping off already. And I still want. Oh no, I'm back. There I am. I think I'm having a little bit of Wi-Fi. Oh man, I was having a problem with last night. Still, I apologize. I think I keep, delaying the inevitable. Like I need some help. Let me shut everything down here. No problem. It's not like there's anything exciting. There's some tennis, but I think we got it under control here with one match. All right. If it goes out again, you guys, I know this is important to get with you. Hey, Steam, you know what it was that knocked me off the air? This Steam move that just came in with Washington and Cleveland. They're hitting this one under today as well. I will tell you this, in looking at my notes here, and and I watch Tony's videos. Okay, I do, and I like to know what Tony and all the info. And So far, like almost every one of these moves are right now that I've called up are kind of relating to Tony's videos. I'll tell you that. Washington, Cleveland, total moving under here at 8.5 this morning, and right now I'm showing eights all over, pretty much 8 flat everywhere. Maybe there's some books juiced to the over, but knocking off a half a run here in this one with Washington and Cleveland today in that one. All right. Well, I guess I'll leave the if I've got a bunch of friends and I got a bunch of moves on the under, I'll find a side. All right. Fernando here today. What are we doing about soccer, you guys? Jeff. Okay, good. We're going to roll them here. We're going to hopefully roll some baseball. I was all over the map yesterday. I know we were just calling out the plays, and I don't know if I necessarily have my picks ready to go. With day 2 now, it's a little bit different because, we know we've seen every team out there, right? And now the matchups are coming. I certainly have seen the lines here. First games, there's like 8 games that go off at noon. I have the lines. And I love to lay runs or take runs. Looks like Fernando is going Madrid. Jeff on Madrid. Angelo, good morning. Steven, hello. Nicholas will take Dortmund here. Somebody's got to take the dog here in this one. M looks, hello. And Chad's got more plays for you. Lauren, okay, thank you. Lauren, I'm going to write, hey, if you guys got plays for me in college baseball, I'm down right now. And how about LSU Moneyline as a play here and ECU to go under? That's, that might be the lowest number on the board today at 9 right now. So I think I saw it at last I checked, but starting to see those lines populate here quickly. Arnez Little, great to have Arnez here today. How about Scott joining us? Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you. And Blake talked about it, right? Blake, I don't know if you were here yesterday when I talked about the Vandy game a little bit yesterday. Really just a passing comment, but there was actually some question on it, right? I think someone did say something about Vandy yesterday. We were on the over, and that move. The moves came through in that game, no doubt about it, with Coastal and the over. I ended up going pretty big on that over. All right, Chad, more with Chad. We got to get this WNBA from the man before he, because I am saving it for towards the end. Chad, probably should roll with the WNBA because you're coming in early, and I made the format. I don't know. Okay. Great conversation with you guys. I was panicking. I didn't see the chat, and then now it may all make sense with Latifa here. So great, and your picks going good. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Yep, look to the although yesterday wasn't perfect, Thomas. Yesterday, but we'll see what we can do. I think we're just going to announce the steam as it rolls in, and let's see if I have maybe I can see. Okay, I'm going over to Tony. Whoa. And just to check out, because I'm on the handicapper leaderboard, so thank you, WNBA. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, chat. Thank you to Team Steam, the chat. I'd like to thank Team Steam and the Chat All-Stars for helping me get to a 7-3 day yesterday. But how about Ron Hahn, 6-1? I think that's another victory lap a little bit for Team Steam, Team OG, more like. But hey, welcome. Also talked about the return of Brandon Check here, 3-1 yesterday with his premiums. He's got videos today. Check him out. He was with Tony last night. Talking a little baseball. So check out Brandon, 3-1. There is Latifa, 6-3. Great job, Latifa. 67% right there on top of the handicapper leaderboards. The 2 old ladies that bet consensus, 2-1 yesterday. Nick Lagarettos, 4-2. Ben Ruhala, 3-2, but plus 172. Always rolling with the underdogs with Ben. Alec Moorhead here, 2-1. EPA Sports Hoops wins a play. Daniel Wolasachuk, Jerry Lewis, 2-1. And there's Stephen Duncan. Does have a hockey, or let's see, no, I have the hockey preview today. Check me out on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I previewed the hockey game tonight, and we'll preview it again. Last 7 days, I'm on top of the handicapper leaderboards, 943 units of profit here with a good record. I've been pretty hot this week, so look who's number 2, Latifa. Latifa, this is our moment. Right here for the, how about the 2-for-1 capper promotion? If you want to show the love right now to Latifa, why not team me and Latifa up in the 2-for-1 capper promotion? You pay for one, you get the other one for 50%. You can do it for just 3 days and get Latifa and I together again. 61 wins. What is that? Let me blow it back up. Get over the 61 wins, 38 losses, up 16.5 units over the last 7 days. Ramon Scott and Latifa Collins. Here, can I do it? Is it going to work here on the right now? Oh, it's not working today. Oh, there. Get the 2-for-1 capper promotion, Latifa and I. Jerry Lewis, 67%. Same for Daniel Wolasachuk. Tiffany Mance, 18-10. And last 30 days, Danny Dimes up 1465. Daniel Wolasachuk, 1182. And this one with Ron Hahn, 1147. Jerry Lewis up 1144. And Tony T still up over 10 units. I'll be up there soon. Here I am, last 30 days, up 5.25 units. Click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, and get signed up. There you see all the plays there and what I've been doing here of late. Check out last 7 days, 7-2 in the WNBA, Major League Baseball, 3.5 units of when winning in the NBA and soccer as well. And I have packages today up and available already, including UFC 5-pack, 5 plays for $25. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout, save 20%. UEFA Champions League final, I've got my play there, and of course baseball coming, as well as I don't know if I'm going to get to that WNBA because I was going to save it for a premium. Now you guys are pretty hot on a play here. We'll see, but I just feel like I'm clicking. I want to give those plays to the subscribers. They don't all watch the show, I don't think, but I thank those of you that do. And this is how you can support me and the Queen today by getting our plays. All right, college baseball steam is starting to roll in right now. Let me get to a few plays before we get rolling here on the show. Oh, I wasn't even showing let me go back to it a little bit, you guys. I wanted to show my play, where are they? Picks, there it is, the 5-pack right there, UFC and the Champions League. I've got them in little packages there, so please check them out. All right, well, that's because I was just talking and not looking what I was doing. But subscribe over at tonyspicks.com. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Major League Baseball steam coming in right now. Here's an over, and it's one that I'm actually going to take, you guys. So I'm going to get on it right now if you guys want to as well. It's an over with me, so you better respect it. And of course, it's in that Padres game last night with the Royals. They're moving over 8.5. It's going up to 9. I don't know what happened last night, but it better happen again tonight. The score was 0-0 after 5 innings or 6, whatever it was, and the Padres got that 9 spot. Royals added 5 more. Musgrove, is he healthy? Is he not? Whatever. He only pitches well at home in day games. So with Musgrove and Marsh, we're already seeing this one hit 9. Let's go over as our pick on the show here. Padres and Royals. We might preview it a little more later, but a little bit of steam rolling in right there. Padres and Latifa, and I look at this. All right. Here. So Padres, Royals over 8.5. The college team is on the Northern Kentucky Norse. Can you do it? Northern Kentucky looks like a side getting taken by Sharps here right now. You might grab them at plus 3.5 runs before it gets too far, but you could take them on the money line at plus 275 or less right now. But Northern Kentucky, a nice underdog here, taking steam. First move I think I've seen here today on the college baseball steam board. And there'll be more. There'll be more. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Looks like you guys are ready to go with the picks. Gerardo's here, Dre, and Luis. So enough of my excitement. I'll calm down now, and we'll start to get into the picks here today. And more college baseball roll in. We'll just interrupt it. At tennis, anybody up for some tennis real quick? At the French Open with any matches that we can get here starting on getting underway. I've been so hot, I kind of want to get a little bit of tennis to you, and let's see what's still to come. Andreeva and Stearns here. Man, Stearns has been on a roll, hasn't she? With her win last tournament, and I'd look to grab a couple games here at least with Stearns. Maybe I could grab 3.5 games and still get in at a pretty good price. She might beat Andreeva the way Peyton's going right now. So I want Stearns right now. She looked great in that last tournament. She's a dog here against Andreeva, but I'm going to take Peyton Stearns in her match. Andreescu and Paolini. You know what? Gotta respect Paolini here, but I want Bianca, and I'm going to take probably maybe 3.5 games here with Bianca against Paolini. Maybe I could sprinkle the money line a little bit, but I'm going to take Andreescu here. Svitolina and Bogdan. You know, I know Svitolina is going to get a lot of attention. I'll probably grab Anna Bogdan plus 3.5 games to hang in there. Take the Belgian against Svitolina. And let's see, Maddie Keys. Hey, she'll smoke Emma Navarro. Maybe even lay a couple of games here, 2.5 games with Maddie today against Navarro. I'm taking Cerundolo over 18.5 games against Tommy Paul. Let's see. Maybe I can go 19.5. Maybe 19, maybe 19.5 might be okay, but I think you can get to 18.5. You got to lay probably $1.60 to do that. So, and Holger Rune against Kovalik, I'm going to lay 4 games. I'm going to lay 7.5 games here with Holger Rune, of course, in this 5-setter. All right, just a little bit of tennis there. I wanted to call off a few games because I had a really good day yesterday. Hello to Rick. And Law Dog here. And UFC, maybe at the end, maybe we'll spring, if you guys want to talk any UFC. I just think there's a lot of great things to bet on here today besides our major sports. Let's go to the major sports right now. And thank you for all the comments. You guys are having fun. I might just roll with the games here and take a look at the Rangers and the Panthers here. Is this going to be it, guys? For the Panthers in this one, for the Rangers, I should say, but will the Panthers advance here? I mean, come on. The Panthers have dominated right now, but the Rangers, well, they've gotten lucky and hung in there. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got to be, what do we say about luck, especially in sports betting? And the way I call it with luck, it is a result of, preparation and hard work and skill. And then you get the break. So even though Florida's had the puck possession, low shooting percentage for sure, because Igor's been so good. These games in Florida have turned into under games, even though these two teams have played 19 of the last 23 games between them now over. College baseball steam, Duke. Right now, Duke on a move here today. Look, we went against Duke yesterday. Right? We went with UConn, but right now Duke is getting steamed here in this one right now at, I don't have the games. Just the move came up. All right. Miami Marlins also Major League steam right now. Get you back to the hockey here in just a moment, but steam here on Miami today against the Rangers at home. And let me see if I just can't look up Duke here. I was going to see if I had him. Duke is at versus Oral Roberts, of course. And Duke is taking steam here at looks like minus $3 or so. With the later game, I don't think they've even issued yet any run lines on that, so they might just be hitting that at minus $3 here with Duke. All right, continuing on with our hockey, though. However, you guys getting your plays in with me? Let me know. And will this be an end to the series? Florida keeps out shooting the Rangers here. Certainly, there was 37-27 by an average of 8 shots per game, by the way. And the Rangers have gotten a couple of shorthanded goals. They can't score on the power play. They're not getting any goals from Zibanejad right now, or Kreider. So those guys picked up some assists, but it's really been Trocheck and Lafreniere and Goodrow. So 7 of the last 8 for Florida have gone under. And you think of, the way the series has been now that it's game 6. Could it still go over? I mean, Igor 934 save percentage right now with a tremendous expected goals against average. If you're into the metrics, I just look at it and I believe it. They don't need to show me a formula. I don't understand how they even get it, but hey, I believe it. Anything that's above my head is probably truth. All right. Florida did need 2 tries to close out Tampa Bay and Boston. So could we see it go to a game 7? But then that would force, Florida to have to, win on the road, obviously. And we know that it can be a ruckus in the Garden. All right. See if we have anything here in hockey. I'm looking through here. Is this under from Fiddle? Maybe the first play and the only play. So just again, like with the other, just seems like these major playoff sports, and you guys are having a good time in the chat too. But just not a lot of, unless I'm delayed here, because here comes Solo on the Rangers. We only have 50 of you here today. Maybe I waited too long to preview the games. Thank you, Chad. Yeah, if your timing's right, I'll try to hurry. I know I talk forever. Thank you so much. Here's Florida and under for Jeff. Panthers over here for Justin today in this one. So I previewed it last night with Tony, talking about how I thought it probably could still go under here again, now that it's game 6. I mean, I think, look, I wanted to be like, let's have all these overs. There's all these goals. Those were regular season games. The totals were 6.5. They still went over. You know what happens? You get into the playoffs. So maybe that's just part of the equation here for having the 3 unders. Remember, the 2 games at MSG went over, where maybe you would expect them to have a little bit better scoring here. I've got more steam rolling in here right now. I want to keep you abreast here. I'm giving out the under for sure here as my play. I think I'm going to have a premium here, but see if you guys got anything else. Here's Indiana State minus 3.5 runs getting steamed against Western Michigan in college baseball. Meanwhile, the Cardinals and the Phillies, a game where I'm going to recommend the under to you, one that is, I tell you what, handicappers seem to like as well. Under in the Cardinals and the Phillies. That one just took some steam and could be headed south of 7.5 here at this point. In fact, right now, The Phillies game is at 7/15. That one, all the 7.5s are gone. Maybe you can find a 7.5 in a few spots out there, but looks like 7 over is the going rate with the Cardinals and the Phillies. More college baseball right now with Tennessee right now. They were minus as much as 350 already, and that line is on the move in their game against Indiana. So Tennessee right now taking some action here in college baseball. Okay. So let's see if you guys anything else. Last call. And Andrew, maybe we could talk about it right now with the soccer game. If the hockey chat is over, I'm gonna stay with the under here at the Rangers and Florida. I'm not sure I'm gonna have a premium yet, but I am saving it. Probably just don't want to go with either price, whether it be on Florida or the Rangers puck line or the Florida puck line. I'm not sure the return. So we'll see, but I'll stick with the under. That's what I gave out last night. Check out my video with Tony if you want as well. Andrew saying, do you guys think that Islam Makhachev is a lock? Yeah, I'll tell you what, Andrew, we did preview on my popular webcast the UFC main event. Talked about the possibilities of main event and how it might finish with Dustin Poirier tonight. And maybe I'll have a few plays here at the end of the show. We don't really get much UFC requests, so maybe I handle it mostly with the other show here. We do offer that product here. I've got a 5-pack up right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. So do have my best plays, including my opinion on the main event. Appreciate the promo, my brother. And one more here, maybe Thomas on the under. Law Dog says 3-2 Rangers, correct score bet. Texas A&M right now taking action here early on in college baseball. That is just about as official a steam as you're going to get. Texas A&M's a favorite today against Texas, and the Sharps look like they're on the Aggies. All right, so I'll just take the under here and kind of roll with that at this point as Florida tries to close them out. I would say that handicappers are kind of rolling with the Rangers here. For the most part, I would say it's not heavy, though. It could be just maybe 3 out of 5 cappers, but they are pretty heavy on the under here today. Probably more than 75% of the cappers I've seen are rolling with the under. All right. So maybe let's sneak it in here with the soccer match today, since it is such an important event with Real Madrid going up against Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund finished 5th in the Bundesliga. Real Madrid, obviously the kings of the world, it feels like at this point, and they're a goal favorite, this one being played in Wembley. Put 2.5 over 45 up there. I think you can look to 2 3/4 on the Asian line as the main total. High Point is taking some steam right now in college baseball today. High Point, they are, I believe, getting 4.5 runs from Vandy today. We already rolled against Vandy yesterday, and maybe it's going to be High Point today. Here, they're taking big-time steam against Vandy. Also, Army and Georgia Tech. This one's moving to the under here with Army and Georgia Tech. It was 14.5, and this one's dropping rapidly right now. Probably see Army and Georgia Tech move to 13.5 here. It's already 14 at a lot of spots. Georgia Tech is also being slammed in that game at minus 4.5. Georgia Tech's getting hit pretty hard. So with a move like that, when you see Georgia Tech obviously expecting a strong pitching performance here from Georgia Tech to shut down Army. Army obviously looked, they played well yesterday in their game. That was a pretty exciting game, actually, yesterday with Army. But right now, Georgia Tech and under getting the steam. Okay, so Real Madrid also, legendary player right now in Junior, and he has a big chance to be a big time hero and star that we all want him to be. We feel so sorrowful for so many things that he's endured, but let's celebrate this man and let him be the biggest star in the world today for Real Madrid. Real Madrid here, like I said, favored against a Dortmund team that, yeah, maybe even uncomfortable position. They'll go through next year and be in the Champions League, whatever that's going to look like with the new format. You like it or love it or hate it, we'll see. I'm sure everything's always better when it's new and improved, I guess. But it didn't seem like we had to fix things too much. But the way this Champions League is nowadays, we need to make sure everybody's happy. So all right. Well, in this one, I'm going to take the under, man. I'm sure Real Madrid can win this game 1-0, 2-0, with Junior getting 1 or 2 goals, it feels like to me, and we'll celebrate him as the greatest footballer right now. It feels like, yeah, there's some great guys out there. But today is Junior's day. Real Madrid here probably wins this one. Might just be 1-0. Maybe it could be 2-1. Could Dortmund actually get a goal in this game against Real Madrid here? It just feels like Real Madrid against a German team. What do you guys? Anything here? I don't know. Might caught you by surprise there in that one. Fernando was on the Panthers. Great job, Nathan. I'll look for your plays here in the chat today. Luis on Madrid and the under. Oregon State taking some baseball steam right now in their game against UC Irvine. They're about a $2 favorite here, so you might want to lay that 1.5 like the Sharps are right now. Oregon State tonight against Irvine in college baseball. That's some steam coming in right now. So when I'm calling these out, they're not plays. It's just that if you kind of roll with these quickly enough, you'll get the best of the line. You might even get the buyback and get the better part of it and create yourself a little profitable situation. Fernando will take it up to 3.5. It might be a parlay right there. SGP style Madrid Moneyline and under would make a nice return. Okay, let's get so enjoy that one, you guys. If you've never, watched the biggest club soccer game, I know that even in this country, even though this is it. So it's on the main network here today, and it is the Super Bowl of club football. Not to be confused with the Super Bowl of English football that I talked about last week. This is bigger. All right. Let's go with next. We'll go to baseball here. We got a lot of games to cover and not a lot of time to do it. I want to get on some of this college baseball and tennis and everything here. Greek Spore up 5-2 on Zverev. Wish that match would have started. I would have told you about Greek Spore ready to go here today. Okay. Here we go. Oh, another more baseball here. Yeah, Justin, this is it. I mean, this is it. That's it. That's the big. That is the big game. Vanderbilt and High Point getting hit on the over right now at 13.5 runs. It's going to go up here. This is one of the early starts. And that one was already probably 14. So it's already 14.5, though, at Bet Online, at the South Point down here by me. Pretty much any place offering a run line here. A total on this game at this point is going to 14.5, Vanderbilt and High Point. So I'm not going to waste your time like I did yesterday. Betting all those games. It was a okay day. Those Steam plays, and the Steam eventually went. I think they said it was 29 and 22 or something like that. So I didn't roll with them all, but okay, let's get to the baseball here with the Pirates and the Blue Jays. Look, we've already talked about this one to a certain extent. We talked about the steam move that came in here on the under. Like I said, check out Tony's video. Maybe that is the right call here in this one with Pittsburgh and Toronto. You got for Toronto here, Kikuchi on the mound, going up against Keller. I'll get it here. All right. For Kikuchi, a 4.32 ERA in his last 6 starts, an 0-3 record in those starts for Kikuchi. Handicappers that I've seen are kind of rolling with the Pirates, and I kind of want to roll with the Pirates today as well. Toronto has won 8 of their last 12. Pittsburgh 6-5, their last 11. They're 14-16 on the road. I'll take that. Pittsburgh's also gone over in 15 of their last 21 games. Keller's been real sharp here. Won his last 4 starts in a row, really pitching well right now. So he's really one of the reasons why I want to get involved here with Pittsburgh as a dog in this one. Kikuchi's been just fine, but Toronto's 3-8 so far with Kikuchi this season. Pirates 7-4 with Keller. I'm going to end up on the Pirates here in this one. Blue Jays just 13-12 so far at home. Kikuchi is 3-8 to the under so far this season. Keller is 1-4 to the under. Like I said, both these teams have put up some overs here of late, but I think both pitchers are performing pretty well. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. Look, Toronto's minus 160 or so. Let me see if that's right. Might be a little lower. I'm showing $1.45 at Circa, actually. So the money line might be getting too high. Maybe I just like Pittsburgh. You could grab the run line here at minus $1.65, $1.70. Look, if it's the same price as the home team's money line, pretty much, that's usually the turning point for me anyways, when I want to convert to run line for the majority of the bet. And yep, just bet it, right? That's what you do, Justin. Just bet it when it calls it out. And if you like the other side, you're going to be, able to, play the other side with a run margin. I don't know how you guys did on some of those, if you even looked at the move and how they went. I mean, they all moved for the most part. And if you like the other side, then you can, sometimes you get stuck and you're only there with, one's 13 and one's 12, and you didn't like that play. But then again, if it lands 13 or 12, you're still going to side your bet, get one refund, and collect a very tidy profit. And again, the reason people say, well, what a waste of time. I mean, I don't want to get sided on I don't want to have under 13 and over 12. Sometimes you get stuck on that situation. But here's the point. The game is supposed to land on 12 or 13, and a lot of times it's right, just like any baseball total, right? It's going to land real close to it. There's always, those, those percentage of games, 22% of games that are going to be off of the totals by a run and a half, whatever. That's just variance. All right. I'll take the Pirates. Here's the Rays and the Orioles with Taj Bradley going up against Kyle Bradish. And the Orioles, a pretty big favorite here in this one today. I would say Orioles are going to get some attention from cappers here, it feels like, with Bradish, even at the price of $1.60 here right now. I'm showing that's pretty much feels like the going rate everywhere in this matchup. For Bradley, he's got a ERA of 3.09 in his last 4 starts, a 1-2 record. Tampa Bay's lost 8 of their last 11 games. For Bradish, been solid. Last 5 starts, a 1.71 ERA. Baltimore's 4-1 in those 5 starts with Bradish. The Orioles have won 7 of their last 8 games. Feels pretty good here for Baltimore today. They're 20-11 at home. Gonna have to lay a little bit of juice here. Look, Tampa Bay, they are 11-12 on the road. You want to take a look at Taj Bradley. I mean, I don't think there's anything too wrong here with him at this point. I'm going to take the under here. Already talked about that steam that rolled in. It kind of got me I was probably going to give it out here on the show. That was the plan, not trying to get cute about it, but it was as high as 8.5 under at some shops opened up. Their Bet Online opened up 8.5 under 20, but I needed a nap last night, and uh, I'll take under 7.5. Juice to the over. Bovada, I can still get 8 under 20, but I'm giving it out here on the show as an under here. I would imagine, though, the Orioles might be pretty popular. And let's see. Justin, you and I probably should be on a group text. And, well, no, you just take care of business, my friend. Appreciate that. Dre here on the O's. Nicholas Handy is here today. Here's Ray's O's over for Solo. Solo and I are on opposite sides. Me and Fernando are as well. Now, I'm always going to be on the under, but I did give out an over already. Thomas is on the Orioles. Teresa's here today. Always a pleasure and honor. And look at those daisies there. And Brent on the Orioles. Okay, I'll take the under here. I think you'll probably see some support out there for you guys got it covered on the side. I'll give out a total. And I was not sharp yesterday with the baseball, so. But I feel great about this card. I like this card. I hope it shows. Here's the Diamondbacks and Slade Ciccone on tour here in New York against Sean Manaea. Manaea $1.35-ish at press time. Total 8 here for Manaea. Let's see, too much attention from handicappers and for my liking for the New York Mets. I mean, what are these guys thinking? I'm okay with their picks here, but man, I've seen a lot of cappers here today talking New York Mets today, dissing my man Slade Ciccone. I know he's got a 6.92 ERA, 0-4 in his last 5 starts, while Manaea been manageable here, 3.27 ERA in his last 4 starts. Feels like a pretty good place for Manaea with the Mets. Actually, they are 6-1 with Manaea, so sure, the Mets have been a disaster, barely over 30% over their last 37 games here or so right now, but this is one situation where they've been able to handle it. So I think that's why you're seeing support from the cappers. I just can't do it. I just see too many. I've just seen the bullpen blow it too many times. I don't like to be one of the cappers. I can't do it because of the bullpen. Maybe this one is why I can't do it, and maybe because they're favored. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. I'd probably want to take a longer look at Arizona. So I'll go with under here in this one. Look, if they're going to hang any kind of 8 here at this point, like they are, juice to the over, you got to have 9 here. I'm going to take the under. The public is obviously on the over here in this one with these, probably with my man Slade on the mound, but I'm going to take the under with the Diamondbacks and the Mets, of course. All right, New York Mets money line here for Thomas. And Nicholas likes the under with me. All right. So just a couple of opinions here on this game. And Wofford is getting steamed right now in their game today. They're a big favorite against LIU Brooklyn, probably the last rated team in this tournament. Sharps are laying 4.5 here, it looks like, with Wofford today against LIU. Darren here with the first 5. Mets first 5 and under. The Mets so far with Manaea, they are 6-2-2 with Manaea in the first 5, and the Mets, for their poor record, it shows their bullpen has, been poor. They're 21, 25, and 11 in the first 5. And obviously they're 24-33. So the bullpen, after the fifth inning is the problem, maybe. And, with products here at Tony's Picks, handicappers definitely offer first five here. I don't dabble with that product on my picks, but I definitely follow it. I bet first fives. Okay, we have some great first five cappers. Again, I want the longest sample sizes I can possibly get for premium picks. Next up, Tigers and Red Sox here with Olsen going up against Criswell. Olsen's a pretty popular pitcher, I think, with cappers, maybe even with the fantasy and metrics experts right now. It feels like they are favored here on the road in this one with Olsen on the mound. He has a 1.61 ERA in his last five starts. Criswell has a 9.69 ERA in his last three starts. But Boston is 6-2 in his starts. He was pitching better before that, certainly. But man, I just feel like Detroit's going to be able to make some progress with this guy. They've gone over in 18 of their last 25 games. I would think they will be able to hit him. Olsen's been going under in 7 of his last 10, and the Red Sox have gone under in 13 of their last 15. But I just feel like the Tigers are going to come in and put up some runs here. I think that's something I can maybe look into this price. I'm worried a little bit that maybe I'm going to take the over. I'm definitely leaning towards Detroit here. It seems like a pretty popular play of handicappers, but I'm going to give out the over on the show here. I'm saving a little something. Hey, I got a little more baseball steam from college. It's my San Diego Toreros. We're going to head up to Alcala Park. Actually, they're not. They're playing in Santa Barbara, where Santa Barbara doesn't lose. But today, USD is playing Fresno after losing yesterday, and this team is coming on USD here today. Looks like they're laying maybe even 2.5 runs here, but USD getting the attention from bettors here. And man, I thought they were going to pull it off. My man, D2, back-to-back D2 player of the year, big home run. Oh, man, that was close. USD lost that game. And how did you guys enjoy? Did you guys watch the coverage on the Squeeze Play channel where they bounce from game to game? Or were you guys just – at first I was just going to the best ending because there was too many talking heads and interviews. I wanted to see some baseball. All right, here's Detroit Moneyline for Thomas. Justin likes Detroit. Heart of rock and roll. Darren, Detroit and Nerfy. Nerfy alert from Darren. Olsen, he's perfect this season. 0 for 10. No first inning runs. Criswell, 1 for 8. Pretty good. These guys are combined just one time have they allowed a first inning run in 18 starts. Detroit, 17 of 57. Probably just right about average, I'd say. Same with Boston. They're 18 of 58. Nathan's got his plays, including the Orioles and Twins. And Fernando says that steam came on the Red Sox, Ramon. Check it out. And I will peek at it here, see how heavy it was. Yeah, it's down to almost a pick 'em here. It looks like at some spots. I don't see Detroit favored or Boston favored anywhere yet, but Bet Online is basically a pick 'em. So a little bit of move there on the Red Sox. I'll go with that. I mean, I'll acknowledge that for sure. And now here's I think this is Tigers team total over from Law Dog. Thomas says if we can get one more Detroit, I'll write it down. It doesn't quite make the pick yet, but what if there was a handicapper that didn't say who he was on, Thomas, but he might be making a premium pick with that team. How would you know? How would you know if the uh, host had a premium pick and maybe he didn't want to say it on the air because he wants you to purchase his premium picks? All right, Thomas, maybe you got the clue, maybe you didn't. Maybe we should be cautious. Bryant and James Madison, this one's getting hit under 14.5 today with Bryant and James Madison. A little bit of steam here to the under. That's one of the early games, and right now we're seeing that Bryant and James Madison game that goes off at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, down to 13.5 at some books. Nunya's here today. Jay Boone here, leaving us with his plays. Thank you. Thanks, Jay. All right, let's look at the Twins here against the Astros with Ryan and Valdez. Hey, I want to let you know, with Brandon Check with us again, back on Tony'sPicks.com. You can check out his video series from today, including this game. So just want to welcome him back, and we'll cover him here on the morning steam with his premium pick results on the Handicapper leaderboard update every day. But check out his videos here today on this game between Minnesota and Houston. Ryan has a 2.05 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's 3-1 in those 4 starts. Valdez, Framber here, a 9 ERA in his last 2 starts. Has a pretty good track record, though, against Minnesota, 2.37 ERA and a 3-1 record in 4 starts, while Ryan has been shelled against Houston in the past. But maybe the tide has changed a little bit, here. But I don't know. For me, I might end up on the Astros here. It feels like I want to kind of take a shot with Framber. I know Ryan's been a little bit better. And, the teams do have opposite records here. If anything, we're still paying a little bit of a tax, it feels like, with the Astros. God, it doesn't feel great, does it? I don't know if I can do it. Let me see what you guys have. I might have to just go with the under here. Malco's on the Twins. Hello and welcome to Malco. Thomas is on the Twins. Yeah, Malco, first game at the top. Just rewind here about 20 minutes or so. Appreciate you stopping in. Fernando on the under. Okay, I'll go under. I can't do it right now. I want to take the Astros. The Sharps are kind of telling me to take the Astros. I don't know if my handicap is telling me to take the Astros here a little bit. So I'll just take the under here. Check out Brandon's video today and see. He's probably got it right, but I'm still going to roll under with Ryan here and those Astros bats. Okay. Here's the Rangers going up against the Marlins with Lorenzen for the Rangers, and Weathers here going for the Marlins. Rangers going to be a slight road favorite here. The steam, though, just rolled in on the Marlins. Has it shifted to Marlins being favored yet? I'm showing, yes, at a couple of places. It's teetering. You might as well just call it a pick'em at this point, minimum. It feels like with these two. So the move is on the Marlins here after what happened yesterday. So, look, I know we still got that win. Oh, let me see here. Because we had the Rangers, right, as a premium yesterday. Was it a show pick that we didn't get it right? All right. Anyways, we had a premium pick winner yesterday on the Rangers, so I'm gonna go over in this one today. Look, you saw yesterday with Miami. That's what it was. I had the over, right? What was it? Oh no, we lost that one. Okay, because Miami scored 8 runs. That's what it was. And the Rangers continuing to struggle. I mean, there's definitely doubts surrounding this team right now and the way they're going. I'm showing Cappers kind of, coming in on the Marlins here a little bit. The steam came in on the Marlins. So I'm going to go over here, over the 8. In fact, that might be a little bit of a high price. Well, it's pretty much 8 everywhere, but I don't know if it's that heavily juiced to the over. That's not heavy juice. 8 over 15. That's just fine. I like an over. I've got is that my second over on this show? I've got an over here. Raise your right hand. Give me the over with the Rangers, and we're getting it at 8 here. I've got some of my models certainly 8.5ing here. Let's take a look at some comments on this one. I hope I didn't miss too many of your comments on that Houston game. Apologize. If I missed your plays there, Brent was on the Twins. Latifah was on the Twins. Okay, here we go. Okay, Justin. Yeah, you know me. I'm always going to gravitate towards those unders, and I watched it though. I know I saw it, so I'm only going to pick a side or a total here on the morning steam. You guys can count on that. I'm usually going to lean to a total, so hopefully you guys will watch me. It's a little trick. Latifah going over here in this one as well with me. Darren says, I'll take a Nerfy here in this one. Lorenzen owes me for some bad Nerfy. I'm sorry, I missed that one with Lorenzen before. Or let me see. What did I say on Lorenzen? I got his Nerfy here, I think, right? There was no pitching change. I'm just going off the notes, so. Oh, okay. Lorenzen 2 for 8 and allowed to run in the first inning, and 2 for 8. Weathers 1 for 11. We know Weathers has been really, really sharp. I guess that's probably why I also, because everybody was rushed to judgment with Weathers. It's funny, right? I was kind of like, hey, just give Weathers a chance, man. This is a son of a major leaguer. He's a left-hander. You know, just reserve. I mean, everyone's going to get shelled. Sometimes you get brought up early because you're the son of a major leaguer. And, you take your lumps. And now all of a sudden, Weathers look pretty good. He's gone under in 5 straight. Marlins under in 7 of their last 10. Lorenzen 1.4 ERA in his last 3 starts. I'm still going over just because feel like I'm getting the best price out of that line. I know a lot of people kind of like the under with these guys and some of the things I just talked about. Rangers, by the way, under in 12 of their last 16. All the trends would point to you to the under in this one, but I'm going over. So if that says can't say like if that says anything. But here it is, a guy, with me definitely picking 75% on the unders. I'm still going to go over despite the successes of these pitchers with that Marlins lineup, possibly maybe getting to Lorenzen here. We'll see. We'll see. He's been good in his career against Miami. 5 career starts, 2.64 ERA. Weathers never faced Texas. Thomas is on the Rangers on the money line. Fernando liked the over last night in this one. And Latifah rolling premium here, it looks like. Total and side. Wow. And Darren here says he's got first 5 under. All right, I'm on the over, though, in this one. Contrarian over. The A's and Braves here in this one with Aaron Brooks here on the road pitching against Chris Sale. And I just, not much to say here. I'm going to roll one more time with the Braves on the run line. I'm not going to be that guy today. Not today. Nope. Not interested. I'm going to play the Braves to roll them here with Sale. He's been on a roll. 7-0 with a 1.17 ERA in his last 7 starts. He's 6-0 at home. Brooks has a 5.71 ERA in 3 starts. The A's have lost 11 of their last 12 on the road. I know we got a lady $1.45-ish or so here today. Let me see. Is it higher than that? It felt cheap. Felt cheap. $1.50, that's fine. Give me the run line. Feels like a premium. Feels like they'll smash them today. You know me, I'll come with the dog. I was on Colorado yesterday, but not today, not here, not with these Braves right now in this game against the A's. I feel like Sale's just going to deal through these guys. No questions asked. All right. Let's see. Thomas, Braves on the run line. Steam coming in, Alabama and Stetson. The totals are more important, guys, sometimes than the sides on these moves, by the way. And Alabama, Stetson under 13.5. College baseball Steam play right now. Rolling in here. That's an early game. I think maybe not a noon game. It might be a noon game. Actually, I didn't check. But Alabama, Stetson under 13.5. Is now 13 pretty much everywhere. That game is a noon Eastern, 9 a.m. start. And that total at getting hit under here. Okay, Justin with some props. Latifa going premium on the side. And Law Dog says, give me Braves first three on the run line. Certainly there is that bet. Not as common, but here's Braves run line. It's like we can sit here and be right because everyone wants to be. I don't know if you know who Jon Stewart is, and I'm not talking about the man on TV. I'm talking about man, doesn't want you to come on YouTube and pick a bunch of big chalky favorites, but there's some time and a place for it. So we don't spend too much time on this one. Here's Dre with an under though, so that's certainly good. And yeah, 2 cups, no doubt. And he's not exactly going to turn around, right? But if you're going to give him a chance sometimes, this might be the spot in Miami here. And Miami needs help. If that's what we're talking about. Okay. Braves run line is a consensus. I mean, what are you going to do? Call us square. Team Steam. Team Square. Let's keep it going. That was not a game we don't spend a lot of time on. Nationals and Guardians here, though, is one where we've seen some steam come in here on the under as we were coming on the air. So that 8.5 under 15, I believe that line is long gone. We're giving out actionable betting information here. We're not just – look, picks are important, right? But who covers the line kind of like we do here on the show? Maybe that's why you're here with me. I'm sure it can't be too much about me. Yeah, the presentation maybe a little bit, but we're talking about the most important information. I mean, line movement is so important. I always laugh when you talk to the guy who doesn't have a play when the line is 8.5, and then you go back to him later and, hey, the line's 8. What do you have? I don't have a play. Okay. The line moved a half a run. Do you use like a rating? Do you have power ratings? Everybody's different. I get it. Maybe you need it to be 5.5. Maybe you'll never make a bet. There's one guy that I really like on one of the channels, and he never makes a bet. That's okay, as long as he brings me the information. All right, here, Cleveland getting plenty of attention from me, I think here. I'm going to take Cleveland at minus $1.50 or so in this one with Lively here against Parker. Pretty much $1.50 everywhere. The total is definitely sitting at 8 for Lively currently. He has a 3.06 ERA in his last 3 starts, all victories by the Guardians with Lively. He did have one appearance against the Nationals, 8 innings, 3 runs in 1 career start against the Nationals. For Parker, a 4.3 ERA for this rookie in his last 4 starts. Nationals come in under in 11 of their last 16 games on the road. I talked to you about that steam coming in. I see a lot of support for the under here as well. Cleveland's gone over in 6 of their last 8, so I'm a little bit not taking one of my typical moves here. It feels like on the under. Give me Cleveland here at $1.50. If you didn't notice, where I start out is to try to give something as close as I can to $1.10 or pick them or a dog or whatever. But when I'm left with the option, I'll take the Guardians here. See if you got anything here with the Nationals and the Guardians. Here's Law Dog on Cleveland. It's the Law. Thomas is on the Guardians. All right. Hey, I want to say hello and welcome to Vador Sport. I think Vador stopped by actually before. Nice to have Vador here. Nationals Moneyline. And he's got CJ to get a home run. The former Padre. Padre farmhand. All right, give me the Guardians here on this one. White Sox and Brewers with Crochet. Man, this guy's been awesome, hasn't he? Going up here against Gasser. So far, it's been overwhelming as far as cappers, it seems like to me. They're all on the Brewers. You still want to trust Crochet, don't you? Somewhere, some way, but the team's got to score first. Crochet he's knitted his way to a 0.93 ERA in his last 5 starts. A 4-1 record for Crochet, and he has been a lot better at home. Make no mistake, on the road, the ERA is 5.63 this season, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it as well. Gasser's been good, so we'll see. Right now for the left-hander, a 2.35 ERA in his last 4 starts. Milwaukee's won them all. So easy to see why. Plenty of support here. I can't find anybody on the White Sox, but I'll take the under. I mean, if everybody's going to take the Brewers, you guys do it. That's fine. If it's a consensus, no problem. I'm not necessarily going to come in here and take the White Sox yet necessarily, but I will take the under here, I think, with Crochet and these incredible numbers so far. I know White Sox have lost 13 of their last 14 games. What are you going to do? Brewers won 7 of 10 now. They've gone over in 9 of their last 12, but I'm going to have to go with the under here. Crochet, 12 starts, 10 unders. I'll take the under 7.5. It actually got steamed to the over. So these are the ones. This probably should be a premium. A little secret there. When the steam move, when the widely reported steam, or the general move, I guess really, but again, you can kind of look through it, right? Everybody loves to take overs, but when you see it going under, you always question yourself. I'm kind of the other way. When I see something where that steam kind of comes in, for example, here on the over, and I get a good price on the under, then I'm all about it. But sometimes when it goes the other way, it gives you the clue. But let's see what you guys have here. I see some opinions, some great opinions here, actually. This one looks like a game you guys are interested in. Nerfy here for Darren, and he'll go with the Brewers run line. Crochet's 1 for 12 this season, allowing runs in the first inning. He's been strong. Gasser, perfect in 4 games so far. White Sox, definitely below average, 9 of 58. Brewers, a little right about average, 17 of 57. And, there's going to be some juice there a little bit because I know that the White Sox, because of their lack of offense, the Nerfy is a little bit higher there, I'm sure. You guys know better than I. I'm not playing any Nerfies. That's something I'm not doing. They tried to, I guess if they had to make me Nerfy videos, I could do it, but I don't, too much variance for me. But it's fun, I'm sure. If I went to a game, I could load up on some Nerfies. Thanks for all your plays on this one. All right. Let's get moving here right now with next up. My Padres are taking on the Royals, and like I said, whatever happened yesterday, I hope it happens again today. I'll bounce on the over in this one with the Padres and the Royals. If it's going up to 9 now, I would imagine the same thing could happen again today that it happened yesterday. Maybe we'll see a low-scoring game early and then bust out with the runs late. I'm going to take the over. It's 9. I can fix the total here right now. Maybe it's juiced a little bit to the under here necessarily at 9 under 20, but I probably missed out on the best line, so I'll go over. Cappers are kind of two ways on this one, but maybe with the Royals at even money and they're so hot right now. See what we got here. This one with my Padres, you guys, if anything. For Musgrove right now, good numbers, 3.14 ERA in his last 4 starts. Padres have won 9 of their last 14 games. For Marsh, he's got a 3.5 ERA in his last 5 starts. Kansas City 7-2 with Marsh on the mound. Royals have lost 5 of their last 6, despite being 21-9 at home this season. Here's Blake wants the game to go over, and so does Law Dog. And he says they're going over 9.5. And here's Latifa on the Padres. Hello and welcome to Elliot Jameson here today. Can anyone explain what money means on the bets? Yep, I think we can do that. So let's take a look at this one. Maybe we'll put the line back up there. Hope I get this right. We don't want to just blow off Elliot here. So Elliot, the Padres here are minus $1.20 against the Royals. You got to lay $120 on the Padres to win 100. So when I walk up to Mr. Sportsbook Man, I say, "Give me the Padres. Here's $120. I'm going to try to make it easy, so I don't have to. So here's a $100 bill and a $20 bill for 120. And I watched the game, and the Padres won. And I'm going to go back to Mr. Sportsbook Man, and he's going to give me that $120 back. He's going to give me another $100. I had to pay like a little bit extra to take the Padres because they were expected to win. And meanwhile, if I were to take, let me see what he's saying here. Okay, he understands that. Gosh, I feel like a fool too. I mean, I'm not trying not to talk down. I'm trying to actually be very trying to be very explanatory. Let me see what he says here. FanDuel has spread money and under. It has spread, money, and under. Yep. I don't know. So I can only go back to the same exact example there. Maybe if you could put a game on screen or tell me what you're looking at with the numbers, for example, in this game, you should, when you see this game, it should say Padres, and in money, it should say minus 120. Or let me see, I can look at FanDuel. I don't have FanDuel, but I have their lines here, and maybe it's a little bit different than 120 in that game. It might say 124, and the Royals might be plus 106. That's what FanDuel in New Jersey currently has. That's the FanDuel that I monitor. So hopefully I can do that with Yadres on San Diego. All right. All right, here, let's see. I think we're going to move on to the next game here with, by the way, I'm on the over there in that one. Reds and Cubs with Hunter Green, with Green going up here against Justin Steele, of course, for Hunter Green in this one. A little bit of an underdog. You got the Cubs here, minus $1.30. The Reds are plus 110. And the total here has dipped severely, it looks like, down to 7 flat here. Yeah, I got 7 flat on screen. Cubs about $1.30 or so right now. I gotta think it's gonna be a pretty good pitching matchup, quite frankly. And even though we're here on the show, I'll probably just go under with the Reds and the Cubs. Got to keep this show moving. Get your picks in here. I feel like we're getting a little bit off target in the chat here a little bit. Green has a 1.95 ERA in his last 6 starts. Cincinnati, however, he has 6 no decisions this season, and the Reds have lost all 6 of those games. So you do need Green to run as well as you can, as long as you can. The Reds have won 5 of their last 7. The Cubs have lost 14 of their last 19 for Steele. He's got a 4.78 ERA in 6 starts. The Cubs are 0-6 with Steele on the mound. So I'm going to go under here. I want to give the Reds a better chance than maybe, you know, odds makers are giving them here. Certainly as an underdog here, it feels like with Green pitching better, the Reds are actually doing some winning again, while the Cubs continue to struggle. But I'll just grab the under and see here at 7. It's a game. I like it under. Get your comments here in this one. All right. Here's Jeff on the Cubs. Thomas, Reds and under. Dre says Cubs and under. All right, Blake here on the Cubs under. And here is, yeah, I think that's it. I see you guys getting in that discussion. Thanks for helping the man out there on the Moneyline discussion. I just don't think I can get any more in the script in detail there. All right, here's Latifa on Cincinnati. All right, Cardinals and Phillies here with Gray and Suarez. You got already, we've seen some steam rolling in here on the under. Feels like overwhelming support on the under in this one with Sonny Gray pitching against Suarez. Just feels like a lot of groundswell. Sonny Gray does have just a 4.32 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's come back down to Sonny Gray earth. Now Cardinals have gone 3-0 in those starts. The Cardinals are 7-2 with Gray. That's pretty good for a 500 team. Cardinals have now won 12 of their last 16. For Suarez, a 2.88 in his last 4 starts, a 3-1 record. The Phillies are 10-1 with Suarez on the mound. So Suarez probably getting some support from handicappers here as well. I'm just going to jump on the under with everybody. It's probably 7 by now, isn't it? Take a look at the live line currently, and yeah, there's a 7.5 under 15 at Bovada, 7.5 under 20 at Stations. So guess I can get 7.5, but I'm just going to go under. I'm just going to roll with all the pros, it feels like, in this one. And let's see here. Ron had a nerfy. That might have been in the last game. Let me keep going here. Phillies, I think that's money line and under here with Thomas. Here's Darren. He wants nerfy, Philly and nerfy here in this one. For Gray, 1 of 9 in the first inning, allowing a run. Suarez, 3 of 11, not great considering his numbers. Cardinals are 10 of 55, scoring a run in the first inning, definitely below average. Phillies are 21 of 58. That's right there, right amongst the tops in the league, scoring a run in the first inning. Dre here says, give me Phillies and under. Elliot says, is it good to bet over or over versus spread? I'd say that's why they offer so many great markets. You could find the one that you feel most confident with, and that often allows you to kind of pick exactly what you may uh, envision happening. It's one of the great things about today's betting. Here's Law Dog likes a Nerfy and Philly. Latifa's got a premium there. Thomas maybe going with the Phillies here. And let's see, Ron's here today. He's got the Nerfy in this one. All right. Blake on a Nerfy here. Let's continue on here with the Angels taking on the Mariners here today with Detmers going up here against Miller. Miller $1.75 or so, and the total here at 7.5. We've already seen some steam roll in here on the under, as I talked about a little while ago. That was when I wasn't necessarily sold on that steam, and I'm not necessarily willing to back it here, even on the show as an under, quite frankly, with the Angels and the Mariners here. I'm kind of mixed, so maybe I'll take a long look at the side in this one. For Detmers, he has a 9 ERA in his last 6 starts and an 0-4 record. So Detmers was okay early. I mean, we even had him sometimes, but not anymore, right? 1-6 in his last 7 starts. He's gone over in 6 straight. The Angels have lost 7 of 9. Miller hasn't been great, 5.73 ERA in his last 4 starts, but the Mariners have won 5 of their last 6 games. Miller has pitched well in 1 start against the Angels, 1 run in 5 innings. Meanwhile, Detmers a 4.75 ERA in 6 career starts against the Angels. I'm going to lay the Mariners on the run line here with Miller. And here's Thomas with Seattle and over. And Dre's going the over here. All right, I'll take Seattle. All right. Hey, I really want to thank all of our regulars here today. Everybody who's here day in and day out. You know who you are, Team Steam. You don't need to be told that. The real stars of the show and not the Johnny come latelys. People just showing up for the first time. We welcome all first timers, but so here's Law Dog on Seattle. But read the room. All right. Here we go. A few more and we'll be done with the baseball. Let you guys go, man. You guys look like you're done with me. Oh, boy. I want to talk about this one for sure with my man, Cody Poteet on the mound for the Yankees going up against Logan Webb. You guys, Cody Poteet, known this kid forever. You probably have not seen him. He's pitched before. He's with the Marlins. So he's been around a little bit, but I've been knowing Poteet and his family of players for over 15 years. His brother played out where I used to do my little high school reporting. You know what I'm in. You guys know I'm into covering sports a little bit. Look at this. Let me see. I got something here I wanted to take a look at here, I think. Let's see if I got it here. Show you how back far along I go with Cody Poteet. Here's my website. I cover high school sports in my spare time. Here's a story I wrote 9 years ago saying when Cody Poteet was a freshman at Christian I in 2009, he was one of the hardest throwing pitchers in San Diego County. Strikeouts was the name of his game as he registered 78 punch-outs in 71 innings en route to a 9-1 record as a freshman. That was the spark of a bright future. He eventually received a scholarship to UCLA. Oh, we wrote this story back then when I had, covered him in championship games. So I'm rooting for Cody Poteet here in this one. I got to take the under with Poteet against Logan Webb. Like I said, Poteet's been out there. He's a major leaguer. He's not young, but he's been biding his time a little bit. Now he's landed on the Yankees as a starting pitcher. I think that's pretty good. Doesn't matter how your career's gone at this point. Even if you've only had a few stops along the way, if you're starting for the New York Yankees on a Saturday afternoon, you got one old high school reporter here pretty proud, Cody. Probably just an opener here in this one with Cody here today. Yankees have won 22 of their last 29 games. The Giants have won 10 of their last 14. So should be a good one going up against Logan Webb. Man, I'm going to need that Yankee bullpen to pick up my man here as long as he gets through a few innings here and does the job that I expect him to do. Come on, get it done here. Handicappers, I feel like they're relatively split in this one here today with the Yankees just absolutely on a roll. 22-11 on the road. It's, kind of easy to say, hey, the Yankees are doing it again. But you know what? It hasn't always kind of been this way, cruising along early in the season, right? Sometimes they've had to battle a little bit. Say what you got here in this one. If anything. Right, Jeff? I feel like they're like the walls are closing in on me. We're gonna have to reverse our field and start to take some overs here soon. It feels like maybe Dre's on a nerfy here. I hope so. I hope you are, Dre. Giants money line here. I love the totals, Jeff. I just feel like it's better. It's easier and or I won't say easier. I mean more predictable, right? Sometimes. And here is a nerfy, Darren with a nerfy, for the Yankees, they've scored a run in 22 of 59 first innings. That's right there with the Phils. The Giants are 12 of 58. That's below average, no doubt. Webb also 4 of 12. That's below average for sure. How about Aaron Judge right now in the 20 home runs? Just so outstanding. Thank you, Elliot. And Jeff can't trust Webb. Let's go, Cody Poteet. You guys with me on this one? I had an older article I was going to show, but it didn't. You know how that one was like a WordPress? Like I'd have to blow it up. I mean, I started my high school sports coverage website in 2001, you guys, before like the internet was just started. The newspaper I worked at had just gotten shut down because that's what happened to newspapers, right? I thought I was going to have a newspaper job forever. I thought that would be the king. And here's a story. Okay, I got one more I want to show about my man here. I'll show this one. This is how my old version. Look at the website I was doing. This is in 2009, 8 years after it was started, but I still wasn't working in WordPress. I think I was working in like Adobe Express or something. I don't know. And here's a little story about, I think this was about a Poteet and his brother playing on the same team, Michael Poteet, but you got a quote in there as well in my coverage of that. Look at the story on this one. I mean, this is just some regular season. That's what I do. That's what I did. I don't do it. It's different now. It's a different era, but all right. All right. I guess that's it for baseball today. And we'll get to, oh, I'm sorry. I got one more. Duh. I always want to leave out the Dodgers, of course. Who wants to talk about them? But we'll talk about them, of course. We love the Dodgers. I'm going to go against them again today. We had the Rockies yesterday. We were that attention-getting guy, just taking a random guess like the Colorado would go in. But, it's all about, sometimes the psychology of the game and where teams stand. You got Quantrill pitching well here with a 1.71 ERA. The Dodgers are definitely, in a, I don't want to say a bit of a funk. A little bit more college baseball before we get rolling here. NC State right now taking steam at $1.15. Want to squeeze this in. They're taking on South Carolina. That should be a hot game. That's out at South Carolina, but NC State taking steam here. Or no. It's at North Carolina State. Well, whatever the case may be, NC State taking the steam there. Yeah, I think it is at NC State actually. Yamamoto 5.29 ERA in his last 3 starts, and the Dodgers are 2-3 with Yamamoto. Dodgers were on a little winning streak. Remember that they were still kind of splitting some games there, and the Rockies, they've won 6 of their last 9. I'm gonna take the Rockies. I'll take them on the run line here. They're 8-21 on the road, but you know what? They're gonna end up getting. They'll sweep this. They'll sweep this series, is what they're gonna do. I'm sure. This is where it happens, right? These are the ones the Dodgers will overlook. Same as Padres, kind of. We know the Dodgers aren't playing that overwhelming ball, it feels like. Rockies here for Dre. All right. All right. That's it for baseball. And let's one more. This is a Thomas Lewis special if I've ever seen it. The Rockies are apparently taking some steam right now. Thank you to everyone in the chat for pounding the Rockies here right now. Down to plus 250 at the South Point down the street here, down to plus 262 at Bet Online. I think that's the most notable here. Remember, it was the Dodgers that were getting steamed yesterday, no doubt about it. Those 275s ended up north of what did it get up to, you guys? I saw it. I'll look at it right here. It got up to 345, 3 at Bovada, 350 at FanDuel. So they were the ones getting steamed yesterday. But it looks like the Rockies are taking the action here, because of our pick, of course. Down to 259 at Circa. Could also be some news, could be a lineup situation here tonight. We already know that there was coming into this one. I think there was some injury information. Okay, I don't have anything earth-shattering, but there could be some Twitter report that's out there about a player possibly missing or some other information. The total's actually moving here a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Okay, give me the Rockies in that one. While we were talking baseball here, okay, that's all we did, huh? Atlanta Moneyline. That's all we could muster out of that. I mean, that's fine. I just did $3, so just not really what I'm too into here with that Team Steam. I don't want to see us as our only consensus play a $3 favorite. That is not going to do us any good. But look, I'm not. People want to come up here. I've seen people even this weekend saying, "Hey, sharps will lay big numbers. They will." All right. While we were on the baseball, the steam rolled in on the total in this game between the Sky and the Fever, already up to 167.5. That's what I gave out on the show last night was over, and we have seen this line move down to a pick 'em here now, a pick 'em. So hey, if you like the Sky in this one, you're getting the best price possible. If you like the Fever, maybe you've missed out. If you like the Fever to win, you can still do it, but you missed getting 3 points. So, probably in the long run, that's not going to do you much good here. I previewed the game last night. Camila Cardoso is supposed to make her return. I don't see any reason why she won't be a good WNBA player. Now we'll see how many minutes she plays for the Sky. The Sky have other contributors here this season that, they look like a really decent club. Even with Chad, Chad said maybe they are overrated. Maybe they are overrated. If they are overrated, then this is probably the day for the Indiana Fever. I just don't think they are. I am still behind the Sky. Now, there's going to be the Fever are making enough progress. It's coming. The win is coming here soon. Maybe it is today. I don't think it would be, but I'll take the over. I already did on the show last night. Maybe I've got a premium now all of a sudden with this line move here. I don't know. Angel Reese. Look, it's going to be a matchup of the Stars Angel Reese could have. She's been fine. Her shooting's poor. Could she have a breakout game here today? Look, the key for me, the sky, is Erica Williams. Elizabeth Williams. She's really crushing it of late. Uh, she's just coming off a standout performance, 17-11 last game, and I would think that if she can have a strong game against Aaliyah Boston, that the Sky can win this game, and there'd be no problem. I don't care how many points Caitlin Clark scores. So, but just getting great contributions from Marina Mabry, and Evans has been good as well. So, I mean, I just like the Sky moving forward. I know there's you can't have too many good teams in a 12-team league. That'd be too many good teams. But Tony was talking about it last night on the drive-through with the guys, because he was trying to say, hey, let's make some of these picks, and that's why the league's expanding. There is enough talent pool out there, to fulfill some more rosters. Yeah, maybe it gets a little shaky there when the stars are out, but all right. Yeah, Thomas talking about, if anything, the Fever have the two players that are, two, contributing players out of this game for sure. All right, Curtis. Look, if Curtis is waiting here long enough, we're going to give him a UFL pick for sure. Let's go. Let's go to the UFL, and hopefully, maybe I can catch my man here, Big Boss today. Oh, Jeff, I don't want to. I want to go for it. I like this card. You asked for some Major League Soccer. I have one play, I think. One so far. I was going to almost use it as a premium, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with Real Salt Lake. Maybe we're going to lay a goal here with Austin. I love those high-scoring Austin games, but it did temper last week a little bit. I'm going to take Real Salt Lake. I'll take them on the show here at -1 goal, and hopefully get a nice, convincing victory here. That's my MLS play. I don't know what let's see here. Take the Sky on the money line, says Jeff. Okay, so that's it for that one. Let me get to the UFL, where I'm just going to dole out some plays. I'm going to try to go with Big Boss, maybe break these down a little bit. We don't cover the UFL at Tony'sPicks.com necessarily, but I do have a couple of plays here, I think. Let me see here. Panthers and Stallions. With Panthers and Stallions, I do not have a selection here, and this is the biggest game of the season, but I don't have a selection right here, right now in this game. That's too bad here, but it is an awesome game. If you were going to watch a UFL game this season for the regular season and say, let's give this a try, this would be the one. Birmingham is 8-1. Michigan is 7-2. Give me Michigan. Give me Michigan. They're playing well enough. I'll take these points. I mean, I've been pounding Birmingham all year. It's a free pick on the show on the fly, really, is what it is. Give me the points with Michigan here, +8. But I do like the other game much, much better, actually, with the over, and it's a bad line, so I have over 44, maybe 44.5 here. It was 42.5. Feel stronger about this play, but it's kind of already gotten away here a little bit and this is a really good game too. These are the 4 best teams in the league are playing today. The best 2 teams are playing in the first game. Well, Michigan, San Antonio, they're both 7-2. But the Brahmas here, as an underdog, have the better record. They're on the road at the Battlehawks here. Give me the over in this one. And that'll be my UFL play. We want to get you out of here. Appreciate it, everybody. Anything else? One more steam move in college baseball. Nichols State. I think we won with Nichols. Was that on the air here yesterday? Or maybe it was some steam yesterday. We said definitely gave out Nichols or something. All right, we're going to wrap up the show. I'm just looking back yesterday. Yes, Nichols was a play yesterday here on the show. We gave out Nichols +2.5 runs in the game against UC Irvine. I know that steam came in under and it went over, but all right. Appreciate you, everybody. Let's say thank you to everyone in the chat. Appreciate everybody here from the morning steam. We'll catch you back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Hope I got you enough sports action. Hit me up over at tonyspicks.com. I will have an MLS card, I believe, later on today, as well as baseball card. I got my UFC up there right now with a 5-pack from New Jersey there, and a pick also. We're going to roll with some late steam here now on this basketball game, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, hit me up over at tonyspicks.com. Latifa, thank you so much for stopping by and keeping the chat in order here today. I really love that you're here, and I know you're working, so you can't join me every day, but man, what can I do to get on the air with you? I would imagine that you can go viral. I get, it's kind of, I want to make videos, want to make sports betting videos with Latifa because I know it's going to help my ratings. So I'm looking out. All right, I want to get more eyeballs on our website, and I know that we get Latifa going. Let's do it. All right, thanks, you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Hit me up on X if you need anything. That's probably the best place. There, you see the Ramon Scott Media and at Tony's Picks Ramon. Just want to add this, that at Tony's Picks Ramon. Are you subscribed to that X feed? Because you get all my videos every day there. All of them. All right. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.
Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, be fuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.